this one out?
Yeah, I thought the first half, credit to Michigan, they had us spread out, hit shots, but we were very, as my father would have told me many times, take your tuxedo off and start getting gritty and playing some real defense, because I thought we were playing with our tuxedos on. We didn't want to get dirty. We weren't pressuring the ball. We weren't bothering shots. And, my fault, because I thought we were, we talked about, well, we went to trap the post and they skipped it out so fast, hit some threes, and they said, well, let's try to play them one-on-one with guards digging, and then he just had his way with us. Hunter did, and then they started – we kind of weren't taking anything away. And so in halftime we just said, look, either we're gonna toughen up and try to make them earn and get stingy defensively, or we're not gonna be able to get back in this thing, and let's make it hard. Again, they missed some shots, but I thought defensively guys stepped up, and our offense actually kind of kept us in it in the first half. Reese really had some great basketball, and it was unfortunate at the end of the half where they rip us and go up double digits, but I thought we pressured the ball more in the second half. Jeff just flew around, made catches harder for the interiors, got to shooters and on ball, and it was just more of the way it needs to be if you're going to have a chance in a situation like this.
You often say that these tight games come down to guys making plays
Yeah.
at the end. Ben hit that big, I think he had 7 points in a row for you. Then Jaden hits the foul line jumper to put you up, and then Reese gets that steal.
No doubt.
Potential foul.
Yep.
What about, different guys stepping up like that?
Significant. We went with the jumbo package. We put Ben kind of as the three on offense, Jaden and Caden with Reese and Kihei, and then Jaden guarded the three on defense and Ben guarded the four, and I thought it worked well. But Ben, yeah, he just made his poise and composure in the post, took advantage of some mismatches, and he really gave us a great lift, as did Jaden. And Jaden got two good looks down the stretch. We were kind of trying to run a couple actions. We said, let's get it out of the offense. We can get a good enough look. And I think he missed one, and then actually Caden missed one, but then Jaden, I think, missed a drive. But that was a big-time shot he hit. And then, yeah, that defensive stand, and then Reese, we've seen that tip it, and then that and one. I can't remember. I guess he made both free throws, or he made one out of two, Reese did, right? And then we got the ball. I can't remember what happened after that. Did we then make – Nikia made two after that, yeah. So, but different guys, and that's what it takes to make plays defensively and offensively. So I think there was a lot of good things. I thought Caden had a good second half, and good first half got us off. So it was just kind of one of those games where there's some holes in it for us, and we can't be sloppy like that on the defensive end especially. So hopefully that'll get our attention. But we did battle hard in the second half, and there was momentum for them for sure.
The composure, the poise needed to pull off a comeback like that? Did you see it? Did you sense it in the huddle and guys on the court? Did you feel it?
Yeah, I mean, I think, we're down 11, and we came out and played pretty well to start the second half and got it to a 2 or 3 possession game, whatever, 4 or 6 points, and said now it's score stop, play. And, and it just was that's what we try to talk about and keep our composure and just go get good shots. And I thought, again, our defense held up, and you could just feel it was there. And they were so hot in the first half. I don't know what their second half stats were. They were 1 of 6 from 3 in the second half, 7 of 13 in the first half. That was a difference. And, again, I thought we were harder to score against. And then even when we had a couple misses, that just kept us in the game. So once we got control of that or made it harder, I felt like this is going to come down to, making a play in a possession game down the stretch.
I know you've been asked and talked a lot about the team's collective experience, though. Is this a game where you see the benefit of that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kihei and Reese have played, and Reese, I don't know, rolled his ankle or whatever he did. I'm like, first road game. And, yeah, I know Illinois felt like a road game in Las Vegas, and Big Ten fans travel well. I know that from my days in this league. But it got pretty intense in here, and the experience of Kihei and Reese. Caden's played a lot of games. Ben's experience as a player, Jaden, Armand, that stuff, that matters. There's no substitute for it. I've said that 100 times, and I think that was important. And you just can't lose your way. You just, no matter how it looks, you just keep chipping away, and that's what the guys did.
Where's Reese's game grown the most offensively? last year, this year, maybe even early
Yeah,
this year?
just more aggressive. I mean, he's attacking more, you know, and he's more athletic. He's stronger. His outside shot has improved. I think he's an upperclassman, and he's playing like that, you know, and he's assertive and aggressive and making some plays, and you know, and then again defensively doing the job. So, you know, I see 5 assists, 1 turnover. I see 7 turnovers. That's good in a game like this. And again, there was some breakdowns, but Reese, I think, you know, 38 minutes. That was, I think, he's playing some good basketball for sure.
That dunk in the first half.
Oh, man.
That surprised you?
Loved it. Yeah, I've seen him do that a couple times, but that one, you know, it was two-hander, and he just, you know, sneaky athleticism. That's the best kind there is, and he surprised you with that. And no, I'm really happy for that. But it's one game, keep battling. Now we go back, we start conference play, and got to get some guys healthy. You know, I'm a little bit banged up, but we'll have our day off tomorrow and have 2 hard prep days for Florida State.
What does it do for your team to have, you know, played the ranked teams and beat them, and now you come out in somebody's home court that was ranked, and just to have this experience and you know, before November's even over?
Yeah, I mean, we got a good schedule for sure, and it tests you. It kind of shows you, win or lose. You see where you got some holes, and but yeah, to be successful in these environments, this first road game was important. And I do think, I don't know if you were in here, we talked about, you know, the experience of our guys. We have veteran guards, and that showed. And then, you know, Ben is, you know, he's in his 5th year of playing, and Jaden is, and, you know, Armand. So you have to have that experience. But there's a lot of basketball left. There's so much parity. You feel that. You see that. You know, just playing against Baylor, Illinois, obviously Michigan, the teams in our league, watching it on TV, there's good teams. I don't know if there's an elite team, but there's good teams, and it's who's gonna tighten the bolts and improve the most as this season progresses. That's going to be important. But very grateful and thankful for this, and took our guys and saw the football field after our shoot around. That was a pretty cool highlight to walk down onto the field and see, you know, see this place. And we got a good group that way. We've gotten to go to Italy, and we got to see the big house, so we had a couple cool experiences.